Henry! How did it go with the tailor's wife and her trouble? For the love of God! What have you been doing?
I went to see the tailor's wife, like you wanted.
Oh, and how did it go?
I think it turned out well. Ambrose admitted he was overdoing it with the dice playing and promised to quit.
That's great news, Henry. You've helped him and his wife a lot. Thank you. You're a true friend. I think this is exactly what the Blessed Virgin wants from us.
How are things going otherwise?
You wouldn't believe what happened. One of the bathhouse wenches came to me.
Oh? What does she want?
She said she wanted to find a different job. Something more virtuous. She said she decided to change her life after listening to me on the square.
What, one girl? No procession of penitents?
If I helped one soul onto the right path, it will all have been worth it. If only there were more like that, though.
How do you mean?
I mean, more people who want to find a better, more virtuous life. If only we could help them to do that.
I might know of someone. There's this prostitute in Ledechko. Adela, her name is.
And how do you know her?
I happened across her by chance when I was tracking the Neuhof raiders. Don't look at me like that. She was mixed up with one of them and I had to question her. I wouldn't say she was particularly happy there either.
That sounds promising, Henry. We should try and help her.
But how?
I'm not sure, but maybe we could persuade her to give up what she's doing and find a different job. If she works at the baths, she'll surely have knowledge of some basic things.
What basic things? Laundry?
No, she'd know about healing wounds, health-giving decoctions, bloodletting and the like. and I could certainly use a second pair of hands here.
You're right. I'll head off right now. If it's the will of the Blessed Virgin, it must be done.
Henry, please try and convince her. I can find a place for her here. Goodbye.
If you want to go inside, you'll have to wait until tomorrow.
Christ! Is that Adela crying in that room?
Aye, it's a bit unpleasant.
Unpleasant? That fellow is beating her up.
The gentleman is a little on the rough side, but he pays well, and the bruises will heal soon enough.
I want to talk to her.
You can't now. The door stays locked, and the key stays safely with me. Wait until tomorrow.
Let me into her right now. Or I swear to God, you'll end up in worse shape than Adela.
You wouldn't. Leave me alone. Take the damn key and leave me alone.
Knight in shining armor is gonna come to your rescue. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Are you yanking my pizzle? I said get out.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for Adela.
For Adela? But I paid for that whore.
Don't call her a whore.
She fucks for money, you idiot. She is a whore.
Now you've fucked up.
What have you done? What in God's name have you done?
I saved you.
sorted it out
Oh
somewhere
my
else with
God!
you.
Henslin will kill me if Marouche doesn't first.
Everything will be all right.
All right? You said that about Hinnock when you were looking for him, and he ended up dead.
Leave this place. I'll help you.
What? Why? What are you on about?
Why do you live like this? Why don't you just leave?
How? Like I should just drop everything here, pack my things and go off to see someone I don't even know?
Well, when you put it like that, it does sound a bit peculiar.
I should say so. It's madness. It's like starting all over from the beginning.
And why did you become,
A prostitute.
yeah.
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl tossed around by fate, you'll be disappointed. I didn't want a husband, and I needed money.
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
No. Everyone has to make a living, but you don't have to be a bath maid.
So what else should I do, in your opinion?
You can just find yourself a different livelihood.
Why? What's wrong with the one I have?
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come to you?
That's true, unfortunately.
A pretty girl like you. Such a waste.
And I thought it was my soul you were out to save.
I didn't mean anything by it.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's all that bad here.
But you're a pariah. No one will talk to you.
What do I care about anyone else? Let them look out for themselves and I'll do the same.
You won't always be able to manage on your own, whether you like it or not.
So what?
Do you want to end up like Hinnock?
I don't, and that's exactly why I don't want to rely on anyone else. But I still think I'm better off here.
You don't care that you're living in sin?
So, virtue won't put food on my table.
And can you live with it?
What do you mean?
I mean, doesn't it trouble your conscience at all?
I've always done what I could to survive. I'm the way God made me.
If you say so.
But I still think I'm better off here.
Haven't you ever thought of doing something different?
Like what?
Well, wouldn't you like to help the sick?
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, but you'd have nothing to be ashamed of.
I suppose not. But I still think I'm better off here. Sorry, but this is going nowhere.
But we were just...
To tell the truth, I don't believe you much. Here I have some certainty at least.
Oh well, it's your decision. You'll have to answer to God Almighty, though.
That's my affair. Bye. I said you're an animal, and I won't do that.
You call me an animal? Is that any way to talk to a customer, you fucking whore?
Get out! Keep your money! I'll have nothing to do with you.
Oh, yes, you will. I paid for you, and I'll get what I paid for, whether you like it or not. Come here to me, kitten. Are you yanking my pizzle? I said get out.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for Adela.
For Adela? But I paid for that whore.
Don't call her a whore.
She fucks for money, you idiot. She is a whore.
Now you've fucked up.
I'm over it.
I should never have let you in. I don't need any trouble. Couldn't you have gone and sorted it out somewhere else with him?
What in God's name have you done?
I saved you.
Oh my God! Headson will kill me! If Marouche doesn't first.
Everything will be all right.
All right? You said that about Hinnick when you were looking for him. And he ended up dead.
Leave this place. I'll help you.
What? Why? What are you on about?
You don't have to live in this rat hole anymore. We'll leave together.
Who gave you that idea?
Johanka.
What Johanka are you talking about, for God's sake?
She's from Skalitz, like me. Just an innocent girl.
They all claim that.
But she really is. Well, that is, she was.
Ha! So what did she do? Did she go with a man for money too?
Only to help others.
Oh, I bend over backwards here to help others.
It was only on account of her that the wounded from Skalitz got to Sasau. Although they didn't have it easy there either.
I heard they took them in at the monastery.
Aye, but they didn't exactly bend over backwards to help them there. Johanka had to take care of them on her own. Most of them wouldn't have lived without her. And to get some extra supplies for them, she succumbed to the custodian there.
For them? She had nothing out of it for herself.
She only did it for them.
My, I don't think I've ever met anyone like that.
Look, when I came to see her the first time, after Skalitz, she was destroyed. And they wanted to drive her out of the monastery. She could have just gone. But she didn't want to stop helping the others.
But what's any of that got to do with me?
It was Johanka who sent me to you.
But I don't even know her. Why would she send you to me?
It was a revelation from the Virgin Mary.
A revelation? How?
The Blessed Virgin started visiting Johanka in her dreams.
Visiting?
Well, that's how Johanka put it. Like visitations in which she spoke to her. And according to these visitations, she believes she has a duty to save sinners.
And you believe in these visitations?
Yes, I believe.
I'd like to believe too.
Well, why don't you try it then?
How? Like I should just drop everything here, pack pack my things and go off to see someone I don't even know?
Well, when you put it like that, it does sound a bit peculiar.
I should say so. It's madness. It's like starting all over from the beginning.
And why did you become,
A prostitute.
Yeah.
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl tossed around by fate, you'll be disappointed. I didn't want a husband, and I needed money.
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
No. Everyone has to make a living, but you don't have to be a bath maid.
So what else should I do, in your opinion?
You can just find yourself a different livelihood.
Why? What's wrong with the one I have?
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come to you?
That's true, unfortunately.
You can't go on like this forever. You could catch some nasty disease.
What do you know about such things?
I've seen plenty, believe me. Maybe too much.
Oh, sorry. I try not to think too much about that.
Well, maybe you should. The apothecary in Rat-Eye could tell you a lot about the ailments people come to him with.
I'm still not sure.
But you're a pariah. No one will talk to you.
What do I care about anyone else?
You don't care what other people think.
They can think what they like.
You won't always be able to manage on your own, whether you like it or not.
So what?
Look at the refugees from Scalix. Do you think they'd have managed on their own without the help of Sir Hanush?
No, I suppose not.
Just so. People should stick by each other.
I'm still not sure.
Haven't you ever thought of doing something different?
Like what?
Well, wouldn't you like to help the sick?
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, but you'd have nothing to be ashamed of.
I suppose not. You know, you might be right about some things.
So you'll leave it?
But how? Where would I go? What would I live on?
Wouldn't you like to help in the infirmary at Sasau Monastery?
Would they let me?
You're a bath maid who knows something about healing. They'd be glad to have you.
But where will I live?
There, of course. It's modest, but you'll have everything you need.
I'm not used to much anyway.
See then? I reckon you've nothing to worry about.
All right. Will we go right away?
We can go right now. Come on then.
All right. I'll just say farewell to the girls and pack a few things. Mother of God, I'm all in a flutter. To pack up and go, just like that.
You're doing the right thing. You'll see.
Take care.
I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang you up by the balls from the nearest tree, and then I'll get paid for from that
Look what's come crawling out.
Get back! Come here, Lily! Is that all you got?
What's the matter?
Come here, Lily Liver! John, we can... Fuck it! You call that...
You're...
Come here, Lily Liver! Bring it on! Fucker!
Is that all you got?
Mart! Mart!
Ow! You'll get one for... Call that combat. You last... Yeah! Gone weak.
What are you doing here? Tired of the light? Is that the best you can do? Bring it on!
What's What's the matter? Come on.
You fucking...
Gone weak at the knees, have you? Ah! Is that all you got? Bring it on.
You'll get what for.
Come here, Lily Liver! Is that the best you can do? Come on! I'll slaughter you! Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Here! Come here, Lily Liver. I told you.
What we got here? Entertainment.
Entertainment? Great! You call that combat?
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Is that all you've got?
Bring it on.
I'm gonna enjoy this!
Is that the best you can do? You'll get what for. I'll slaughter you.
We got it.
I'll hang you up by the
Entertainment.
Great. And then I'll get what I paid for from that harlot. You're dead. Come here, lily liver. Get him. You'll get what for. What's the matter? Come on.
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Bring it on.
Dick?
I'll slaughter you.
Call that combat? Is that all you got?
I'm gonna enjoy this. Is that the best you can do?
I'll slaughter you!
Gone weak at the knees, have you? Bring it on.
What's the matter? Come on!
Bring it on.
I'll hang you up by the balls from the nearest tree, and then I'll get what I paid for from that harlot.
Is that the best you can do? Is that all you got?
What's the matter? Come on. You'll get what for! I'm going to enjoy this. You call that combat? Come here, lily liver! Bring it on.
Is that all you got? I'm gonna enjoy this.
Matt! Matt!
You'll get what for! You're dead. What's the matter? Come on.
Matt! Matt!
Bring it on! I'll slaughter you.
Herr God!
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. It's you they were after mostly. And are you alright?
Just a scratch or two. Those idiots didn't know who they were taking on.
Good. The sooner we go, the better. I don't want to stay here any longer.
Let's go then.
Goodbye.
Here we are. Give it a while and you'll be happy here. Believe me.
Oh, Henry. I'm starting to have a good feeling about this. Maybe I'll really find happiness here.
I'm sure you will. Johanka will take care of you. She's very good at that.
You know, you're the first one to do something for me. without expecting anything. And I don't have anything to give you, unless, if you wanted, for one last time, together.
One last time. Why not?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Anka's brain is addled. Don't be taken in by her nonsense.
Henry!
I went to Ledetsko like you asked me.
And? How did it turn out?
You were right. Turned out well with Adela. I persuaded her to leave her trade and find a more virtuous job. She's here for you.
That's great news.
I promised her you take care of her, and I brought her here. She'll help you take care of the sick and injured, like you wanted.
You did a great job, Henry. Thank you. Of course I'll take care of her. We can't let her down now.
And how are things going here?
Much the same as always. There are always wounded and sick people. I'm on my feet from morning till night. But Matthias is better. I'm glad about that. There's these troublemakers, though.
Troublemakers?
Aye. While you were gone, some thugs came here and kicked around the gifts that people brought. Then they vanished before the guards got here.
Oh? Who were they?
I didn't see them at it, but there's some fellas hanging around now, by the entrance to the monastery. Maybe that's them? And whenever I go into town, they take liberties with me.
Take liberties how? Did they hurt you?
No, they just make all sorts of offensive comments on account of me speaking on the square. And when someone comes to see me, they make trouble for them. So now, almost no one wants to come here. Maybe you could have a word with them?
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, Henry. Let me know how it goes, all right? Take care.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
She's a loose woman. Honest folks should avoid her like the plague. God be with you, my good man.
Likewise, pilgrim.
And to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
Who sent you here?
Sent us? No one but the Holy Spirit and our Christian duty.
I see. Well, my Christian duty prompts me to give a bit of coin to those in need. What do you say? Are you in need? What do you say to this?
Come now. Just a little more and we have a deal.
Well, thanks for the, alms. Listen, here's how it is. Some of the important citizens here don't care for Johanka talking nonsense about visitations from the Virgin Mary. And there are certain good wives who think she's up to no good. They don't like it that their husbands are hanging around here. And there's talk that she's got something with a custodian and who knows who else. And we're just here to warn decent people about the iniquities going on here.
Aha. Is that so? Well, now you've warned me, you can clear off.
Well, I'm afraid we don't want to do that.
Get the hell out of here and leave Johanka and everyone else here in peace. Got it?
Ah, we'd love to oblige, but we really don't feel like going anywhere. Sorry.
Don't fuck with me. You leave Johanka alone, or I'll straighten out that crooked face of yours.
All right, easy now. No need to get upset. We're going. Satisfied?
For now. But if you as much as look sideways at Johanka again...
Sure, we get it.
I dealt with those troublemakers. They won't be coming back in a hurry.
Thanks, Henry. I thought they'd never go. You didn't say anything about it to the custodian, did you?
He knows nothing about it. You don't think I need the help of Sir Sebastian to deal with a few thugs, do you?
Good. I wouldn't want him to think I'm in distress.
Oh? Why's that?
Nothing. It's not important. Listen, there's some merchant staying at the Wagoner's Inn who's been asking after me. Would you go with me to see him? I know those thugs are gone, and it should be safe now, but...
Of course I'll go. It's only a stone's throw after all.
Pavel of Colin, I believe you were asking for me?
Thank you for coming, Johanka. I hope you're not offended by this meeting place. I apologize, but I feel a little confused in your presence. It's your preaching. In truth, I don't know whether I'm speaking to you or the Virgin Mary.
Oh, I'm quite taken by surprise, but it's me, Johanka, and this is Henry. What is it you wanted to see me about, Pavel?
Divine Providence led me back to Sasau after many years, and by the same grace I heard the words you preached, and my eyes were opened.
Just as the Blessed Virgin wanted. Are you troubled by some sin, Pavel?
I've encountered many things in my life, but I never before heard a true prophetess speaking. And you're right. It came to me that it was time for me to make amends for my sin of long ago, and I decided to do some deed for the common good.
You speak very eloquently, Pavel, though a bit mysteriously. I'm not sure I understand you.
I notice you have an armed escort with you.
Henry is my protector, helper, and good friend. Because not everyone in Sasau hears the words of the Virgin with the same piety as you.
This may be yet another ray of divine providence. You see, I'm looking for someone with an adventurous but honest soul. Someone who would find some wealth that I lost and donate it all to the deserving in Sasau.
Aha! Henry here could be just the man you need.
Is that so, Henry?
You won't find a more adventurous soul in these parts.
You speak boldly. That pleases me. Johanka, I'd like to thank you kindly for your visit. I don't wish to detain you any longer.
If you feel we've said all that needs to be said, I'll leave you and Henry to discuss things alone.
So?
Johanka is an exceptional person with an important mission, wouldn't you say?
Oh, she's become quite delirious from her heavy work.
But someone has to deal with the procession of...
Anyway, what is it you want help?
It's like this. In the last year of Emperor Charles, but it didn't turn out in... Who would even imagine? I tried to go and...
Yeah, I've just...
The truth is even more absurd. No doubt another...
Ah, there are worse woes than a few scratches and bruises. Like a cumin sabre in the guts. The infirmary is full of people who are less lucky. Where is this treasure of yours, then? I could get the dog to sniff it out.
I'll describe the way there. You can enter the woods between the quarry and the marshland. You can see the spot from here. There's a small stream that flows into the river. Following it upstream seems simple enough, but actually it took me a long time getting up that slope. As I already said, I tripped and rolled quite a way down, after which I considered it wiser to abandon my search. As if that weren't enough, I lost my hat there.
Well, maybe it'll still be there. Unless it's been devoured by some boar with...
Who knows? Anyway, if you follow...
Right, quarry...
Actually, meanwhile...
I'll gladly go and find your...
I had the impression that your only interest was to help Johanka. But so be it. I'll give you a reward once you've done the job. As I recall, I hid there not only a large amount of groschen, but also something else. Nothing valuable, just a dagger which will be rusty by now. Please bring that to me too, as a memento. Good luck, Henry, and thank you.
When you were... Then you can go and explain to Johanka and the wounded yourself that they'll suffer on just because you're worried the monastery will build more scaffold.
That's not how I meant it. It's just that, as a Colleen counsellor,
Do you really think the overseer would give them nothing when it...
I'd rather the...
Well, couldn't... Can you...
It's not ideal terrain. Anyway, from there you should follow the trail deeper into the woods. When you reach a small ruined settlement...
Shame I can't swim.
I'm here at last. I'll have to comb the whole place. The bold knight, Sir Sebastian. I suppose I should tell him about it. Who's this then?
Hé, mit csinálsz ott? Mi az ott? Hé, mit csinálsz ott? Hé, ki van ott? Beszarás! És pont amikor kedvem lenne valakiből kiverni a lelket. Emberek! Vigyázz! Itt lesz valahol. Na, hogy a faszba!
Here it is. Groschen and a dagger.
I feel quite hungry.
Henry, how are you?
Any news about Matthias?
Yes, it's incredible. But he's much better. He's still lying in bed, but he's slowly recovering his strength. And he's got his appetite back. I think he's really going to make a recovery.
See, like I said, Matthias is as tough as an old boot. So this Pavel wants me to make a donation for the common good. Can you advise me who to give the money to?
The infirmary could certainly use some extra coin. Decoctions for fever may not be for the common good, but I can't imagine a better cause.
So should I give the money to you?
No. There's already enough gossip about where I'm getting gifts from. The overseer takes care of all the financial matters for me and Brother Nicodemus.
The thing is, Pavel was concerned that the monastery's building work would swallow up all the money, but I managed to change his mind.
And hurry up. I've no patience for beggars.
I have a gift of money for Johanka's infirmary.
Johanka's, you say? I'd like to remind you that the infirmary belongs to the monastery, which decides how to allocate donations. But of course, as long as no other serious issues arise, the infirmary will benefit. Who is the donor?
The donation is in my name, Henry of Skalitz.
Very well. And how much is it?
This much. I'll hold on to the rest.
It's not any great amount, but I must express my gratitude. On behalf of the whole Sasau monastery, of course. Farewell.
I did what you asked. I donated the money for the common good.
Thank you. Who did you give the money to?
I gave it all to the monastery overseer. I'm sure it'll go towards Johanka's care for the sick.
Perhaps in the end you did the best thing. even if it's only a gesture that we are concerned for those poor wretches. Thank you. I promised you some reward. Perhaps you'll find it useful in helping Johanka with her mission. God be with you.
Farewell, Pavel.
God be with you.
I'm hungry.
Henry!
About that burger from Colleen.
How did it go?
It all turned out well. I found that treasure of his, and I...
Really? That's incredible. Everything is working out in the end. Now, if only Matthias would get better.
What about those thugs? Did they come back again?
No, not at all. It's like the ground swallowed them up. But, Henry, something else has happened.
Oh? What's that?
The Blessed Virgin visited me again, and she gave me a new message. And I must spread the word to the people right away.
You better not go anywhere on your own. I'll accompany you.
Thanks. Maybe it would be better to avoid the town and meet somewhere out of the way. There's a meadow near the woods by Sasau. It's not too far. We could go there.
That would be wise. All right.
We'll set out tomorrow at dawn. In the meanwhile, you can sleep here if you want. I'll find you a bed. If not, just come at dawn. But don't be late.
Ugh, I've been running around like the devil is on my heels. I could certainly use some sleep.
Don't tempt Satan. Come on then. I'll make up a bed for you and get you something to eat.
Yes, Ma.
Oh, stop it. God be with you. sleep all right, Henry?
Oh, like a log. I haven't slept that well for ages.
There. You see how everyone gets well taken care of here. Let's get going, so we're not late.
I'm right on your heels.
And she showed me a procession of fine people who had crowns on their heads, dressed in sumptuous cloaks, with swords at their sides. But then came demons of hell. Some of the men drew their swords to battle them, but others began to embrace the demons. They forgot the law, forgot justice, and only used the people for their own ends. The wretched people could take no more. They stopped obeying their wicked masters and sought refuge with the princes of the just. Then the Virgin Mary came to the wicked ones. At her first step, their rich cloaks burst into flames. At her second, their swords broke into pieces. At her third, the crowns cracked on their heads. And then...
Watch out! They're coming. Run!
Henry, let there be no bloodshed.